what is the right machine learning direction to follow.
Okay.
Yeah, so to just add, I think your original question, AI algorithms and models, to me at least, they're pretty much the same thing. It really is, as Anna's saying, it's the question that is asked of that sort of data and the model that makes it unique. I mean, again, just to bring an example, one of the banks that we're working with, we're trying to make it faster to do loan applications, because right now, you know, they use Equifax or whatnot, some kind of service to say whether you're credit worthy. But there is a middle ground of people that are probably credit worthy, but they might not have an Equifax score of high. So what we're doing is building some models to take in some additional data to be able to prioritize who on, you know, that middle ground of people should actually be given a loan, and quickly. The sad part, and I'm going to keep throwing these little zingers in, it will take jobs away from people, because right now that process is done by people, humans.
Okay, so let's move into the next area, because I want to start getting into this idea of privacy, and I'm going to ask you each individually within your current domains, what kind of data do you collect? And what are some of the problems that you're trying to solve? Okay, and Mara, one.
So let's start with the problem. The problem that we're trying to solve is self-driving, right? How do you get a car that can basically reason enough about the world to drive people around safely without requiring human intervention? And that's a pretty big goal. In terms of the data that is needed, so because we're using these types of algorithms that require not just a lot of data, they require label data. So Anna mentioned unsupervised learning, which is basically you give the algorithm a bunch of data and kind of try to automatically detect patterns. That is still a very difficult open problem in machine learning, how to do it properly, how to measure if you've done something useful. Supervised learning, which is another family of models and algorithms, deal with the question of, and this is the typical way people explain it. It's cats and dogs, right? So I want to build an algorithm that, given an image that I know ahead of time will either have a cat or a dog, I want the algorithm to be able to say this is a cat, this is a dog. So the way I do it in the supervised learning context is I go out and collect a lot of photos of cats and dogs, and I give them to the algorithm to process, but I also tell the algorithm for each one of these images, cat, 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 dog, dog, cat, dog, right? So I give a label for each one of these images,